Hello, and welcome back to Trigger Happy Havoc. Okay. Here's hoping. I have a suspect, I have evidence. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you're all afraid you would be discovered as the murderer that you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well. Then who is the killer? It's Leon. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
That's a bit
where all
creepy.
Your fates will be decided.
That is very creepy.
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Yes, you over there are the suspicious one. Guess I have no choice but to get on this lift.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey.
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite
Makoto.
right. I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. It's Sayaka's honor. I swear I will find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. And with each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the lift when I finally stepped on. The doors closed, and it started to move. The steel box descended with heavy, clunking sounds towards the school's basement. What if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes? Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? I'm sorry, it's not a proper courtroom unless everybody's wearing a stupid wig. What, I'm British? I mean, we still wear the stupid wigs and I have no goddamn idea why. Shit. Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Okay, everyone, find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did, as he said, and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle, set up so everyone could see everyone else. So it would be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, and a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Yes, I think I will save there. And I've now got 10 save games, so I'll go around the loop. Pre-trial prep. Okay. Open the e-handbook. So let's review the evidence. So we have the struggle. We have the replica sword. That's the big one, because come on. Read it. Yep. Just turn your head upside down. That says Leon. Somebody switched the nameplates. So the knife, the missing kitchen knife is clearly the murder weapon, and she says I wasn't in there, so that at least gets me out. We have a burnt shirt piece. Don't have a good look at his character sprite on that picture, unfortunately, so I can't see, but yes, it could well be one of his. Set skills. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Whatever the hell that means. Okay. Alright. Finish preparations. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Yeah.
Of course!
Has to be. It's the only way for this to make sense.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Seriously?
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
He's creeping us out and proving a point.
I feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
Dude, shut up.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
No, that's a good question.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Are they implying there's a hidden person who we haven't met?
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you find during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the WASD keys to aim and fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so be careful. Press the escape key during these arguments. You can review the controls. Good luck and have fun. This is sounding weird. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle, okay.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
True.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Very true.
In the bathroom.
Yep.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
Wrong.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Very wrong. Something's off about what was just said. Sayaka hadn't resisted at all. There's no explanation for what happened in my room. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, someone's words will appear in a different colour. Did you happen to notice? That represents potential holes in the person's statement, a possible weak point. Those weak spots reveal important, but not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. The truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. When you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, and the murder took place in Makoto's.
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by... She didn't even have a chance to resist.
But she did. Something's off about what you just said.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yes, I know.
In the bathroom.
Or did I not actually...
So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise.
I did. I keep shooting past her instead of actually shooting her.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay, how do I...
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss...
And the murder took...
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken... She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Yeah, how... Okay, how do I...
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss...
And the murder took...
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay, what exactly do I shoot? And how do I shoot it?
I assert that the one who was murdered...
Seems to be in a... Influence gauge. Choose the wrong statement. Focus gauge.
And the murder took place
in the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
We have evidence of a struggle. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so that's how we do that.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Yep.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between
That's the
Sayaka
question.
and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Nope.
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Agreed.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Yeah, except traditionally it's done with a jury and lawyers, not... We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Make your argument. Okay, we have the kitchen knife set as our truth bullet.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Kitchen knife.
Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Concur.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Seems most likely.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Yeah, I pegged that the second I saw it.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Yes, thanks for that, dickhead.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Circumstantial evidence.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. This Gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well that I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debate. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. You can concentrate by holding down the space key. Yes, I figured that out, thank you. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if it empties, you can't concentrate. But it will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Good luck and have fun. And truth bullet is Ayu's account. Okay.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Agreed.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
Somebody
Did it
took
in
it.
secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
I know for a fact she was in the dining hall the whole time.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
No, I have a witness.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go and get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying that the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Okay.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time.
And there's no other way into that kitchen, right?
In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to
Why is
protect
she
each
determined
other?
to pin it on me?
Idiot swimmer girl!
Oh boy.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Right.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
It's unlikely.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Also possible.
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Fair enough.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did, you
Anyway,
psychopath.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife.
Okay.
So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
Not easily.
I can.
Okay.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Yes.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Possible, but unlikely.
Actually, no. Because,
Oh
well-
god, was she naked again?
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Why?
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
Granted.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night
They're
together?
both girls, moron.
It's unwholesome!
But I'm a girl.
I appreciate it's kind of hard to tell.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Who was it?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Who was it? Someone who's not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay. So the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka. That makes sense.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
She was scared. She took the knife to defend herself. So when somebody came into your room, she tried to defend herself with the knife, and the killer picked up the sword. That's why she's got the gold mark in her hand, on her wrist. She took an impact from the sword, probably still in its sheath, and dropped the knife as a result because it broke her arm. Okay, now it's starting to add up.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
The person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
That makes sense to me.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Theoretically possible, unfortunately.
See? He did do it after all!
That smile of yours is just creepy and
you're
evil.
wrong!
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn. If I don't do something, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
Concur.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
The hair.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
She's the one who noticed it, so I'm assuming she's talking about the fact they cleaned up the place.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You talked about the hair. Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like it? Yes, I will hear more. As things advance further in the class trial, a Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim and left... Okay. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, you'll run out of time and you fail. Well done, good luck and have fun. Let's read the crucial point. Just figure out what that something is. So she's talking about the hair. She has to be. Yeah, so we need an R. Okay, had to double tap that.
Now I understand.
There are some very surreal mini games once you actually get to the trial
That's
stuff.
right! There wasn't a single hair on the floor!
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were the culprit,
My hair lying around my room wouldn't be suspicious.
why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Which implies it's someone with distinctive hair. Unfortunately, this is an anime game, so everybody has incredibly distinctive hair.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
You think? Really?
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
To me.
If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Right, we're up to the 25-minute point, but kinda don't want to stop in the middle of this trial. Yeah, what the hell, okay. Yeah, I can still pause and save, so that's the important thing. So, yeah, I'll do what I usually do. I'll go to about the half-hour point, and then I'll record another part today. I had intended to stop recording parts at 5 for today, but I can squeeze in another one.
Great. Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Yep.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
It makes it less likely.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Unfortunately, he's right on that
There
one.
are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you
yes, so would
remember
I.
anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
The doorknob was buggered.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
But...
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
they had to dick around with the door.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer struggled to get into the bathroom. The evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Bathroom doorknob. Go to the bathroom. Present the key item.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yep.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
I mean, somebody broke open their
Oh,
toolkit.
yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
I wouldn't have to.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Okay, that seems a good point to end this part. So I will say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.